Anyway, so welcome back, Jeff. I was really worried about you.
Thanks, Bonnie. And don't worry about me. American Girl has fired and rehired me so many times I've lost count now.
Just one thing. Remember Allie? Well, she's been promoted to head of the creative department.
I've heard. I'll deal. Where is she anyway? I have to drop off some revisions.
Corner office down the hall. Good night, Jeff.
Later, Bonnie.
What? Oh my.
Good Lord!
Hello, Jeffrey.
Allie, this is madness!
So, I see you've discovered my secret plan to recycle dolls and eliminate the creative team. A different hair color here, a different eye color there. It saves money and time. Brilliant, huh?
I, was just talking about the fact that Courtney looks so much like Mary Ellen.
Oh. Well, now that I've told you my plan, say goodbye, Jeffrey!
You'll never get away with this. The customers, they'll know that Courtney's just a lazy, unimaginative knockoff of Mary Ellen, and they won't buy her.
Are you kidding? These are the same people who still haven't figured out that Joss is Josefina with a different nose!
Fair point.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't end this for you now, Jeffrey!
My cousin is the reason we always get free Starbucks coffee?
No way! Emily's your cousin?
She'll stop delivering if I'm dead.
Darn it, darn it, darn it!
Allie?
What?
Can I have the gun?
Why should I give you my gun?
For Christmas? Please?
Nice try, Jeffrey. I'm not stupid. You're gonna have to wait until December like everyone else. Now go on, skedaddle. I have work to do.
Once Upon a Doll wrote that she literally could not wait for my last video, and that I was the funniest person on HETube. Well, personally, I think there are a lot of funnier people than me on HETube, but I'll take the compliment. Thank you so much for your continued support of my channel, and I always look forward to your comments so much. Hello and welcome! If you're new here, or even if you aren't, and you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell to be in the know whenever I post a new video. Ever since those now infamous pictures surfaced on Facebook Marketplace earlier this year, I've been getting DMs and requests under my videos for my thoughts on Courtney Moore. I like to wait until the doll has been confirmed in some way before I offer my opinions on this channel. So now she has been. Yay? There's a lot to unpack here. Let's start with her collection. From what I can tell, Courtney's collection is a pretty accurate representation of 80s mainstream fashion. I think it's cute. There's a couple of pieces that I already know I want at some point. AG clearly put a lot of effort into Courtney's collection, and it shows, and I appreciate that. My only real criticisms are that if Courtney's supposed to be like 9 or 10 years old, some of these pieces may be a bit too mature for her. These look like outfits a teenager would have worn in the 80s and not so much a child. But hey, my dolls are all teens and older, so not really a problem for me personally. Also, it seems like her collection has a whole mix and match theme going on, which is in the spirit of the 80s, but is not in the spirit of my wallet. American Girl, you're killing me! In all seriousness though, the collection seems pretty darn good. I wouldn't be surprised if a few pieces find their way into my collection. Now, on to Curly Ellen herself. You know when you're walking through the mall and you stop because you see this awesome, colorful outfit in the store window and you're just like, oh my gosh, I have to have this outfit? And remember the mannequin that was wearing that awesome outfit you were gawking at? Yeah, me neither. But usually they're these white, faceless models with no original, standout features to speak of whatsoever. And that's Courtney. So congrats, AG, you've made yet another mannequin. We just did not need yet another white classic mold doll in the historical line. We don't need any more white classic molds in any of the AG lines, period. With Courtney and all the best friend characters, there have been 22 historical characters to date, and 9 of them have been white classic mold dolls. 9. That works out to be roughly 41% of the whole historical line. If we count all the white characters regardless of face mold, we get 15 out of 22 dolls for a grand total of 68%. So call it 70% of the historical line is white. The history of the USA is not synonymous with the history of white America. People of color have been there every step of the way and have made equal contributions to the country's history. It is totally unacceptable that American Girl continues to ignore this fact by whitewashing history. But maybe I'm being harsh. After all, Courtney does have an Asian best friend named Kip. I'm consistently amazed by American Girl's inability to read a room. They may as well have done this. Hello, I'm Karen Smith. We here at American Girl know just how upset some of you are with the lack of Asian representation in our historical doll line. To date, our only Asian historical has been Ivy Ling, a sidekick to a basic white girl. We've heard you, and after 13 years, we'd like you to know that absolutely nothing has changed. Please join us as we celebrate our newest basic white girl, Courtney Moore, and her sidekick, Boy Ivy, on her adventures. And I know a bunch of people are going to rush into my comments talking about how AG just recently released a statement about diversity and inclusion for Black people, how they can't just create a Black or other doll of color overnight, etc., etc., etc. And that's all well and good. But I really need for people to understand that we didn't just start asking for Black dolls a few months ago. We've been asking for Black dolls and Black characters and better accessories for the ones that exist, and AG has been consistently ignoring us. Black lives always mattered. Black representation always mattered. And that was true even before George Floyd died, American Girl. The fact that they only made a statement once they realized that it would be a PR disaster for them if they didn't speaks volumes about the corporate culture at American Girl and how much it needs to change. Are they sincere? Do they actually care about Black lives and their commitment to representation? Time will tell. In the meantime, guys, put your money where your mouth is and buy Black dolls. Buy other dolls of color too. Not just at the benefit sale when they're half price or less and American Girl doesn't make any money on them, but all year round at full price too, because they're every bit as worth it as the white ones. Woo! That was a mouthful. In summary, I wish I could tell you that I'm excited about Courtney Moore. I love the 80s. I always have. I've been excited about the 80s character since like 2018. But Courtney is just not it for me. It's a no. That's all, folks. Don't forget to slide in my comments and let me know what you think of Courtney Moore. I love hearing from you. As always, until next time, bye!